Here's some of what was in my pocket that I wanted to give you this morning.
Come on, Robert.
I'm being fucking dead serious. I have $500 in my pocket. Well, no, I didn't have $500, but what was it? So,
This is nothing more.
It's not $500.
No, it's not.
It's 150.
That's right.
Okay.
This is nothing more than, man, you have a life outside of the office. That sucks.
I don't want pity money. It's not. Is this pity money or is this squaring up money? I don't want.
This is because I've heard a couple of clients say to me, "What a nice young gentleman," on the phone. And then this is my thought thinking, this is not part of that 500. And this is my thought thinking, like, I listened to what you said to me. You got nothing outside of this office, right? So you go home, you find, like, if you give me a bonus, fuck, I would go to my own. Listen, I feel that, right? So this is nothing more than take yourself out for a nice dinner, right?
Okay.
This is nothing more than
again, it sounds like pity.
Because
it's like, Victor, you don't have a life. Here's some money to have a life. Where it's like,
listen, Victor, I've never been in this position that I'm in.
Do you think I've been in this position?
I have no idea.
I've never been.
What I'm saying is, I've never been in the position that I'm in. Okay. For the last
Let me tell
10 years
you,
of my life, I was in that position.
This is your position. You have a successful business, and you work with an intelligent.
I don't see it as successful yet. But
Right there, buddy.
I know.
Fucking right there.
I know. And that's, I know.
But I've been with you every fucking meeting, every step of the way, every conversation, every like pre-meeting thinking, every fucking negative thought you've had. I've been there, buddy, with you. As a partner, all right? No BOA, I don't think, would give this to you. You know what I mean? Compare me to your other BOAs if you want. Like, I don't know. Do they do something I don't do as well or something?
Listen, I had to convince you to start working here.
What do you mean?
I had to convince you to start working here full time. When you started, you're like, yeah, fuck, I'll give you a couple of months. And
Yeah.
that's why you just did on. And then after a couple of months, I'm like, dude, why don't you just fucking go full time? Why don't I just hire you full time? What's going on? Like, and you're like, I don't want to do this forever.
I know.
And then
That was it.
I'm like, so don't do it forever, but at least fucking, why don't you get something full time so at least you have some health benefits or whatever it was, right? And then it turned into, and then it's fine. I understand the money thing, right? Because it was all about the money for me too, of course, right? And I get that. And you said, yeah, listen, I'm not going to promise you I'm going to be here for a long time, maybe a year or two. I thought you had like a longer term plan in your head.
No, I kept telling you, I'm trying to pay the bills. That's why I'm working. Trying to save up money. That's all it is.
That was probably.
No, it's been consistent.
When you said, like, do you feel like you're stuck here?
Monetarily, yeah. I mean, I'm learning more about the business and my like client relation skills. Like, I'm still improving myself, right? In some ways, right? But like,
the more time you spend in that chair, and the more you learn about RSPs and RESPs, and if you want to, like, I told you this. You go and have an interview with some guy at like TD or Woodgundy, that does twice the revenue that I do. Those guys.
yeah, you said I can get a higher paying job, right?
Well, so what are they going to hire you at? I have no idea.
Well, I know the industry standard. That's the 48,000 is the average on the industry.
48.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
so,
an assistant's assistant we're being compared to, by the way. So if I got licensed, that'd be a next bracket, who knows what.
So I left Wood Gundy as an assistant, okay? 6 years ago, my salary was 42.
Yeah, but you have bonuses.
I did get bonuses, and I got a lot of them, because I fucking rock this world all the time.
Did you have the,
But I was licensed.
yeah.
So I was like fucking calling clients, I was like making him money.
Yeah.
Right? So he was like, how could I not?
He's doing my work job, right?
Right.
Yeah. But like, did they have the same policies as Edward Jones, like annual review, incremental increases?
Yeah, so I really had, it was different for me.
What did you start at?
I started at 36.
And after how long? You're at 42?
10 years.
Pathetic.
So it's different at Wood Gundy, okay? Because at Wood Gundy there's a branch manager. And the branch manager had an assistant. And it was the assistant that I would sit down with annual reviews for.
Oh, he didn't like you or something?
Well, after about, no, the first 4 or 5 years, I was awesome there. Because I had a longer term plan in mind, right? My longer term plan was I want to learn the fucking shit out of this business and I want to start doing it for myself, right? So the first 3 or 4 years, I mean, you know, he liked me. I was fucking in my chair before 8:30. I was there till after 5 o'clock. I even came in on fucking Saturday just to do some shit and to also, you know.
So he was rating you good then on the reviews, right?
He was rating me good, and I was still only getting a 3% increase in the raise.
Fuck, man.
But then after, right, so, and then, I don't know. I don't know what he was allowed to do, but he was like, that's industry standard. Okay. And then, so that's him. And then after, you know, about 4 or 5 years, I can't remember when I wrote my PFP, Professional Financial Planning. I passed it and I did well.
Okay.
And then I was like, yeah, I got fucking 6 degrees now, right? I'm like, I am fucking way above this job now. I should be an FA.
How old were you then?
10 years ago.
10 years ago.
It's 37.
37, making 42 grand.
I was making 10 grand bonuses too.
No, there it is, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's what it is. I mean, Edward Jones, our bonuses are 500 if we exceed, right?
No. The bonuses came from the FA.
Oh, they came from the FA. Did you also get?
I'm just trying to give you like where I'm standing here.
But you had a long-term plan.
Who I am to. Yeah, I did.
You wanted to become a financial advisor.
This is it.
For me, this is more.
My plan is not over yet.
For me, my plan was really to get us profitable. That was a goal I told Rajit in that luncheon meeting.
I love it.
That was a great goal, and we're almost there. You know, if we get a legacy, we're basically there. You know, 1.4 million front-ended at 1%, we're there. Profitable.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I don't understand why last month we fucking lost 6 grand. It's about.
We'll take a look at it later.
That's cool. It's
But this is me. This was my plan, and.
But how is
And my life plan. My life plan was.
Tell me, how did you see that plan benefiting you?
Not much, actually. Not
Right.
much.
So
my personal plan
so
was.
let's review that plan. How can it benefit you? Because that's what it's about.
It's too far off to even consider how it could benefit for me.
Right. When I started at Wood Gundy as an assistant across the street here, I was living on Eglinton in an apartment and took a job here across the street for $36,000. Because I had quit my previous job as a trader for $28,000.
Right.
A $28,000 job. I was living in an apartment for $800.
Right.
I fuck all too, right? And I decided, you know what? I want to be an FA.
Again, it goes back to your long-term plan. I don't necessarily.
I have a 5-year and a 10-year plan.
I don't necessarily have a 5-year or 10-year plan.
Think about it.
I just know I'm fucking really good at things. You know, I didn't know shit about this until I didn't study this in university. You kidding me? You know, I was a recent grad. I just plopped here. Here's Jones Link. Here's the fucking phone. Learn it yourself.
I didn't know anything about this either.
You know what I mean? So it was like a challenge I overcame, but I never had like a long-term plan. Now my long-term plan is just, I need a fucking financial stability right now just to live decently. I just want to live decently right now.
But that's not a plan.
It is a plan because I'm thinking short-term. I need to fucking start living life again.
But that's not a... Listen,
Money is not the root of happiness. You're right on that.
No, it is for you at this moment because it's fucking over here.
Right?
If you did not have that debt, that extra $340
I'd be at Blue Mountain.
You'd be calm and relaxed, and you'd be like saving $100 a month, and then you could see a longer term plan. All I'm trying to say to you is that debt is, I don't feel like I should be even talking to you like this, you know?
That debt is, the minimum payment on that debt is $300, and the interest is $100.
I don't know
it's
what
like
my opinion is worth, but a long-term plan is thinking, well, how can I, if you know that debt is overhanging, how can I pay that down? And you got to think about it over a certain period of time. Like, and I know you can't get above it because your interest is $340 a month. Right? Is that right?
That's the minimum payment. Yeah.
Is that the interest?
That's the minimum payment. The interest is $100.
Oh, okay. So $340. So you are paying some of it down.
Yeah, I'm paying the minimum payments.
Right. So $100 in interest, and then $240 goes to the principal.
I pay my minimum payments.
Yeah, no, I'm not asking you if you do or not.
It's fine.
I'm trying to figure, like, this is what a long-term...
Like, I can tell you right now, I need to spend, like, $500 on car maintenance. I got wheel sensors. I got this sensor going. This is... I don't have that shit for that.
Sucks.
You know?
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Sucks.
I got my windshield wipers in the middle of my windshield. I don't know how to fix that. I got to replace the motor. $80, my guy says. I was like, fuck, I don't even have that. Well, now I do, but you know what I mean. So... You know, I want to go Blue Mountain or I want to socialize with my friends. None of that. So my goal, Robert, is to get above here. And it's not the interest or the minimum payments that's really drowning me. You know? It's just the salary. And the fact that my stocks are down. Because I can pay off a large portion of that line of credit with my Afria shit stock. You know what I mean? I just don't want to sell it when it's down. It's not worth for me to save $100 interest to not be in the Afria market. You know what I mean?
You believe in it that much?
Yeah. So far, it's been pretty much a year since I invested into Afria at $20.
You bought at 20.
Like at 19.
Didn't you average down?
So I bought at 20, and then I sold at
18.
Sold at 10.
Oh.
I did my Visa flip thing. And then that was when the Diageo rumors in August hit.
Bought it back at.
And I bought it back at 19. I day traded a bit on that run up.
Fuck, that cost you $19.
And then went back down to fucking $8, and I averaged down at 15, 12, and 8. So
I don't know. I never had.
Afria's been the worst mistake.
I never had the debt level you have.
Afria's been the fucking horrible mistake.
This is technically your first job, right? Full time.
I mean, like Edward Jones.
Well, have you ever worked for an organization where you have benefits and all that bullshit?
Yeah, Edward Jones. I mean, I work for other FAs, right?
No, but you were on call. You didn't have any benefits.
You still get benefits if you work full-time hours, legally speaking, federally speaking.
But it wasn't a salary. You were working hourly.
Hourly.
Right.
Yeah.
So it wasn't guaranteed day-to-day work.
No, it was guaranteed. It was contracted.
Oh, you were contracted?
Yeah, you contracted Anthony Polano 3 months, and Daniela 4 months. So.
These guys just contracted you, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can see a benefit for cheap FAs that want to save the bottom line. You can just outsource to on-calls. when they need them, you know? Things like that, but that's a different fucking discussion. Look, this money in front of me, I feel like it's pity money. I really don't want to accept it. I mean,
it's not pity money. Okay.
The issue is just square up with me and then trust me that I'm gonna go back to exceeding your expectations.
I'm not gonna square up with you unless I get surprises. Right?
Like that's an
Do you
impasse.
get it?
That's an
Do you get it?
impasse, man.
Do you get it?
I get that it's an impasse.
No, you want me to square up with you. So that's why I had $500 in my money, because I thought 500 would square up with you. I do not recall promising you're gonna make 41. Like, I swear to God, I did not.
I remember
I do not.
Look, it happened. You promised me the average. And I
I
told
didn't know when I went to HR to try and get you your increase in salary. I told you I can't promise you anything.
I know
But
that.
I did what I can do.
But you only sent one email and had one conversation. You haven't sent anything since then. Since we got that raise to 40,000. And Catherine hasn't called me either, by the way. Have you noticed that, by the way?
Yeah, I know. I'm sure she's well aware of what you're doing now. She must be. I don't know. I assume. I have no idea, but I would assume.
You know, I told you HR is not on my side. You know, and the fact she hasn't followed up with me, not even to follow up with me, just say, "Are you happy now? Is everything good?" Just one of those conversations. She hasn't even done that. And I don't want to be the one to go to Catherine and be like, I'm still unhappy. Because I want you to be on my side and be like, look, I could have hired him at 41,000 at the very beginning.
She sent me an email. I responded back. She said, "Did you have a conversation with Victor?" I said, "Yeah."
He seemed
She
pretty
goes,
chill.
"How did it go?" I go, "It was a relaxed conversation. Why don't you have a conversation with him?" I did not want to get in the middle of it.
You were literally in the middle of it. It's me, you, and then them. You're in the middle.
No, I know. But at that point,
What?
At that point, I had already realized that I had said things to you that I shouldn't have said, and I did not want to continue that pattern. And I really thought that, you would have had. I'm surprised she didn't call you. I can ask her to call you if you'd like, because I thought that you would have had the conversation and you would have relayed to her what you kind of relayed to me, and you were like,
No, come on, man. How did you think
it's
that?
Better than nothing.
I told you from fucking beginning with Catherine that I was unhappy with her, that I didn't think she was on my side, and that she only cared about the gift cards out of all my issues in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I told you from. You remember this?
Yeah, I know. Well, listen, rules and regulations.
How did you? How can you tell me now you expected me to talk to Catherine or
No,
something?
I thought she was going to call you.
Well, I mean, she did tell me. She told you to tell me that she was going to call me, and she never did, right? So that's Catherine's fault now.
That's what I thought.
So do you want me to tell Catherine I'm unhappy with the
Did you
40,000?
see the email I sent her? Did I see you? I said,
Yeah.
Relaxed conversation. Feel free to call him.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
Doesn't that mean, if I say feel free to call him, doesn't that mean call him?
Yeah. Like I said, Catherine is like, oh, he's happy. Let me just ignore it. He'll go away.
I didn't say it, but I didn't say that.
No,
I
Catherine's
didn't say
thinking.
you were happy. I didn't say you
I
were
know.
upset. I said it was a relaxed conversation.
It was a relaxed conversation.
I know.
But you knew I was going to be unhappy, right? Because I made it clear beforehand, 41 plus 5%, I still wouldn't be happy. So obviously with 40, I'm not happy.
No, I know. And even 42, you wouldn't have been happy.
I know.
I didn't realize you were expecting 48. I had no idea. Right?
Okay. I mean, I know otherwise.
Listen, I did not know that's what you were.
Do you want me to call Catherine and tell her I'm unhappy? Or do you want to tell her he's not happy with this? Do you want me to explain how I know the maximum salary range you could have hired me at was at 41,000, and on principle I should get at least that and have it backdated even? Do you want me to say that, or do you want to say that to Catherine? I'm asking for your permission to go over your head. That's what I'm asking. Or
Oh, yes, you can.
or you
That's
can.
your answer. That's your answer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, okay, no, I see. I'm sitting here, I'm like, how do I answer that question? Because I don't really want to fucking get involved anymore. I just want to fucking work.
That's fair.
You know, I got, you know, I know next week I'm going to be fucking swamped, right? And I know this week I've got fucking shit going on outside of the office that I need to take care of.
Okay. All right.
And
I'll deal with them.
you're welcome to call Catherine and say, hey, Catherine, I thought you'd give me a call.
But can I say things like, you know, Robert thinks on principle I should get at least 41,000.
Listen, you could say whatever you want. If you want to take words out of my mouth, what are they that you want to say?
That's what I want to. Yeah. So can I say to her things like,
you can say to her, okay, come here. Did you see the original email that I sent her?
no, you never showed me. No, you never showed me that. I remember asking you to show me before
I'm
you.
still not going to show it to you.
Why? Like I even asked you to.
No, I'm still not going to, because I don't. I just. All I'm going to do right now.
What's in that email? Now I want to know. Just want to be open and honest. Yeah. Now I'm. You know I asked you to show me this before you send it.
Oh, okay. Keep up. Hi, Catherine. I'm inquiring regarding the salary of my current full-time BOA, Victor. Victor was hired as a full-time BOA in June of 2018. Victor and I have worked together for a few months before discussing his transition to a full-time BOA. I was keen to have Victor join the branch team as he showed tremendous promise and insight regarding the branch goals and objectives. He was the first BOA that understood the bigger picture regarding Edward Jones's value to clients, as well as the branch goals, including our branch profitability goals.
All good, yeah.
It's all good. What do you think I was going to say anything bad about you in here? Please. I was truly trying to get you a raise. Upon originally hiring and offering a salary, I made the mistake of focusing on the profitability state of the branch. I was blindsided regarding longer-term issues, such as retaining talent. This resulted in offering Victor a starting salary that was lower than the value he adds to this branch. He was able to perform all of my to-dos without training or taking time out of my schedule to help him learn. I make this request on the behalf of the branch to make an exception regarding a salary increase. Victor is a dedicated employee working as a team towards a goal, and as such, would like to hold on to this employee, right? With an initial starting range of 36 to 41, it was simply decided in the middle of the starting range. That's what we decided. Now, after working with him full time for 6 months, we should have been on the highest end of that range. With the 6-month milestone bonus and the 1-year performance review, that's the raise I said you were going to get this year. Last year, I said to you. Right? With the 6-month milestone bonus and the 1-year performance review, I will be unable to compensate this employee to what he should have been, and at a start of at least 41,500, at least.
Okay.
I suggest an increase of his salary to $42,750, effective ASAP, with the potential for a bump in June, provided he continues to exceed expectations. With a university degree and his previous experience, as well as 2 years of on-call plus experience, I did not have to take time out of my schedule to have to train him, as he was able to perform more than other BOAs can. My original understanding was his salary increase would increase based on milestones and performances to this level after 1 year. I thought
After 1 year.
I thought at 30 and a half, I truly thought you'd be at 42
Okay.
at the 1 year. That's why I
see Catherine's logic now.
That's what I said to you. You said to me that you heard me say to you, you're going to get a raise in the new year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is what I was talking about. It was the milestone bonus, and I thought I had the potential, right?
Yeah.
To get you up to the 42, right?
But it turns out it'll take at least another 6 months to the annual review in June.
June or July.
June or July. I
I
see Catherine's.
I think we can do it a month early.
I see
With the
Catherine's
university
logic.
degree and his previous experience, as well as 2 years on call, my original understanding was his salary would increase based on milestone and performances to this level after 1 year. Please consider this unusual request of saving money over the longer term period. You see what I said there?
Yeah, no, I get that. I see
The
why
cost to
Catherine.
replace and retain this individual could end up costing more than this simple increase.
No, that's a perfect email. It's great.
That's what I wrote.
That's great. I can see logics.
Can you read any bad in there?
No. I can see Catherine's logic
why
though.
it took 2 hours to write that? I erased it 5 times.
Okay, you did good.
Listen.
I admit it.
You already told me you look at me in a bad light, so I don't like that.
Well, this was the first step to rectifying that.
Good. If we get to the point where you fucking start making me cry, I'm gonna fucking smack you.
I can see why Catherine started at 40, because she thinks, well, he expected 42 by a year.
You think that we can? You still want to negotiate this? Take it on your own, okay?
Okay.
What she had told me in private, and she said to me, "Can Victor hear you?" I said, "No." She was okay. Let me tell you this. I've been doing this for a long time, and out of 100 requests, I've seen maybe 1 go through where a bump would be allowable, right, after hiring. And I said, well, I mean, why can't we just put logic together? She goes, yeah. But if you come in and ask, well, no, I don't think she said that. This is what my thought was. If I go in and ask for fucking 50 grand for you, they're gonna be like, fuck off. Right?
Yeah, it's not reasonable.
Right.
So you asked a reasonable amount.
I asked for an amount that I thought would be very hard for them to say no to. Because, right?
Yeah, I get that. But did you ask anything about that?
42,750. This is what was on my mind when I was writing the thing, right? Times, I thought 5%. You would have been fucking almost at 45.
By June.
with a 5% increase on exceeding expectations.
See,
performance.
that would have been.
That's what was my thought.
That would have been. I've been okay with that.
That's what this email is saying, right? I suggest 42.75, as well as keeping the potential for the increase on his 1-year review.
Okay, then that's what I'm gonna take up with Catherine.
You're welcome to. Let me see if I sent this email. I listen. You've made me very aware of things that I say, and I have to be conscious of that. I do not. I got other things to worry about than trying to remember what the fuck I said.
Think of it this way: you never had to train me. You never had to spend that time training me. Spend some of that time tiptoeing about what you say to me.
Yep.
That's it.
I never had to train you, but I had to show you a few things.
Well, obviously, I mean, it's your branch. It's differently run.
I had to show you how to send the research report.
Okay. And you show me the birthday.
Oh, I don't think I didn't CC you in on the. Did I?
The one where she gives me a breakdown of my previous wages.
Yeah.
I got that one.
You got that. Please feel free to share this with Victor.
I believe that's how that one ended.
Okay. So then I got an email from her. You said you saw this. How did your conversation with Victor go? Do either of you have any follow-up questions or concerns?
I didn't get that one.
Did I not CC you in saying, hi, Catherine, we spoke about it, it was a relaxed conversation?
No.
Feel free to call him in the morning. Thanks for your help.
No. You told me about it, but I never got that.
Oh, I thought...
Yeah. Yeah, some miscommunication there.
So, let me...
It's fine, I'll deal with Catherine now.
Okay, be nice. Do you see how I asked for the raise? I know it's hard for you to do it.
Especially...
It's hard for you to be nice because there's a lot of fucking resentment in there.
Yeah.
I get it. But I gotta tell you...
I will be nice. I will be nice.
I gotta tell you... Fuck,
I will be
nice.
nice.
Fucking stupid saying that.
Dude, I'll be nice.
Honey,
Relax.
honey gets you more than...
I know. It's true. I agree with that.
You do?
I do.
Okay.
At the same time, there's like an internal principle of me like saying fuck you to people who fuck me. You know, that's the alternative.
Right,
you live up to your own virtues.
Okay, but just a second here.
I'm not going to be mean.
Okay, but you're looking at this wrong way. Because Jones is not fucking you.
I spoke to all the B-ways at the region.
Jones is not fucking you. You accepted an offer. It's like, you know, if you offered me 20 grand for my car and I said yes, and it's like fucking 6 months later, I'm like, Victor, fuck me.
You already made the deal.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
It's a very poor argument for them to try to pull on me, though. It's like, you know, you go to outside of Home Depot and you round up all the workers, and they're all illegal immigrants, and you pay them $5 an hour instead of the minimum.
So then, look.
What it is
instead of getting aggressive and, using your fucking, aggression or rage as your energy, be calm and think about this, right?
Okay. How?
What is your original argument? You want to be paid the average.
Correct.
And the average is what?
That web page I showed you. 43.
43. If you exceed expectations in June or July, what will your salary be?
More than 43, which is like, let's say 45, 46 even.
No. Under this email.
On this?
Currently. It would be 42,400 or something.
Yeah, inches.
$600 below the average.
All right.
Right? Because now, listen, this is how you have to fucking do life, okay? I don't want to give you life lessons.
Do you know what I'm thinking about?
I'm not fucking, I don't want to
But do you know what I'm thinking about when I think about Catherine? I'm thinking about how I asked her what the average salary is per each level,
yeah.
and how she said she didn't know, and that She started going into a non-answer about that job details, mid, max
Yeah.
range, whatever. And then the fact later, I talked to other BOAs in the region, and they show me that webpage that clearly shows the average per level. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Catherine is very incompetent, or she's trying to obfuscate the truth here. She's claiming she doesn't know the average. You know? Because I was just trying to determine.
Yeah. I don't know if Catherine is HR for only Canada, or is she HR for all? And that webpage, and that page that you printed up, which showed the average.
It's
is
only
that for
Canada. That's
It's
only for Canada. Yeah. And Catherine is in 90 Burnham Thorpe here.
No, I understand that, but so
she's
US
Canadian.
has their own HR.
I don't know if they have
Probably,
their own HR, but
the rules are different there.
yeah.
All I can tell you, what I've learned about Catherine, is that my BOA before you, her name was Catherine.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to fire her, right? And she had worked with me for like 2 months, trying to help me fire her. So the only reason I tell you this is because this girl, she knows the law in terms of HR, and she also knows the Edward Jones guidelines. So I just want you to know who you're dealing with, right? And if you push her to an area that's outside of one of the guidelines, she'll fucking push right back, because she knows. Do you know what I'm saying?
She's a lawyer.
Is she?
She basically is.
I don't know what she is. She's HR, right?
HR deals with labor relations.
Yeah.
It's a federal regulation.
There's all kinds of stuff going on in HR that is unbelievable, right?
I'll try to be nice. I will be nice. It's just, if she gives me...
You're asking for her help. Get her on your side.
I know, but how do I get her on her side when she's like... And then I got other BOAs telling me things like, yeah, HR, useless, hopeless.
The other thing is, I mean, you're going to call her and you're going to say, listen, I spoke to fucking 12 dozen BOAs.
I've spoken to literally every single BOA in our region except one.
Right. So, do you know what's going to go through her mind when she hears that? This guy's stirring the fucking pot.
Yeah.
That's immediately what she's going to think you are. Right?
Does that give me more leverage?
Fuck no.
Gives me less leverage?
Yeah, because she'd be like, how do I get rid of this guy? Or do I want to have an open and honest conversation with him? Or do I just want to be like, this guy is fucking making my life hell? Do you understand? Because all this is going to come back to her, right? If you continue to do whatever you're doing, it eventually comes back to her, right?
Oh, no, it's going to be sent off to HR eventually, what I'm doing.
Right.
Yeah.
And then she sits down with Rajat, Scott Ward, Penny Pennington.
Yeah.
What
Is Pennington Canadian?
She's out of Canada.
Yeah.
I think, isn't he? Yeah.
I don't know.
And then you have all these fucking names, right? Talking your name.
True. Now my report.
And they're going to be mentioning my name.
Now
and
listen,
I
my
don't want my name.
look. My report isn't hostile. It's simply a survey of concerns all BOA share, as well as ideas of how to rectify them. There's a positive.
Fine, but you saw when my email to her, instead of just spinning it, give the guy more money. I spun it like,
so how
it's going to help you to give him more money. How's it going to help me to pay him a bigger salary? Because if he leaves, then fucking I got to go through another 6 months of searching. We have to fucking get what's her name involved.
Should I bring this up?
Interview. No, all I'm telling you is think about it the other way around.
How do I spin my value to them? I know what you're saying.
So this is how you spin your value. Okay? You guys talk about the branch process. You guys talk about the branch team, right?
All right, hold on. Let me write this down.
All you guys read all the shit. You gotta read those up.
I read them. I know.
Yeah. So read that stuff, right? That's where you're gonna get your ammunition. You want the BOA to do all these allowable activities? You want the BOA to see progress? You know, how is it possible that FAs are not even allowed to bonus their BOAs when see fit? Why should the average BOA at Edward Jones, right, do just as much as an assistant somewhere else, if not more, for less money?
Mm-hmm.
I think a good couple of stats for you to find out would be, what is the turnover on BOAs?
I was just thinking that too.
Right, because you want to spin it. How does it help Edward Jones to increase BOA salaries, right? Like, I fucking know right off the bat. I mean, Catherine, before you, she fucking was up and tight about money too, right?
What is their perspective on the bottom line? Like, you want me to make more, but you understand it's going to eat into your P&L.
Right, but I see it like, even though whatever, it just, from 38.5 till July, whatever, how much is that? $4 grand or something? Whatever, right? So that's $4 grand that's going to eat into my P&L, $300 a month.
Yeah.
The way I see it is, you're going to do so much shit for me that I'm not going to have to do all this shit anymore. I'm not going to have to fucking check for any mistakes or anything like that. I'm going to have 100% confidence in what you're doing, and I will easily make up that $300 in commissions and more. You see that's you see that's how I see it?
Yeah.
Right?
Do they understand that?
That's why like when I say to you, it's important for you to be happy. So I can feel confident in knowing that you want to provide, right? So I don't have to worry about shit.
Dude, I get it.
Right? That's what this all started off with.
But does Edward Jones understand?
I'm not sure.
See, that scares me.
So take it like this, okay? When I started off, don't forget, I'm only 5.5 years here, right? It's not long, right?
Did you start? How many assets did you start with? Buddy, you're one of the leaders. You need to value yourself more at Edward Jones.
Fine.
Who are you comparing?
I don't compare myself to anybody.
That's the thing, man. If you did, you'd realize you're a leader among Edward Jones.
No, I compare myself
to like big shots.
Look, man, if you want to be better at golf, you go golfing with a guy that's better than you, and that's who you converse with. For sure. Right? You don't fucking converse with fucking. Right?
Look,
the only reason I converse with Basil because he's fucking kicking my ass.
He's kicking your ass?
Oh my god.
Why?
He fucking brings in so much fucking money. He makes so much commissions. He wins div trips all the time.
How does Faisal get all this?
His
from
wife
where?
is his BOA.
Oh, well, that's a fucking perfect team, right?
Right?
Wow.
Right?
Okay. But he's shit at investing, you say? Like, he doesn't have his own ideas?
He came from the bank as a mutual fund salesman. The same time I came from Wood Gundy selling everything.
Yeah. Stocks.
Pretty much,
He doesn't know stocks.
Our portfolio, that's why he always calls me for stocks. Our portfolio, I managed $175 million for one guy, and I managed $45 million for the other guy.
Yeah.
So combined, over 200 I managed, right?
What level is Faisal now?
I think he hit 5 right
now. What did he start at
Definitely
0?
4. Yeah, we started at the same time.
Huh.
So what has Edward Jones given me? So Scott Ward gave me $1 million.
Okay.
And Charles Michaels gave me $1 million.
So $2 million.
Yeah.
Okay. And
that's it. That's what Jones gave me.
That's it.
When I came over, they said, "Yeah, we'll give you 10."
But
like, fucking A.
What about the bonus? Does Faisal get that bonus too that you used to have?
So see, that's why in the email that I wrote to Catherine about, I want him to be here, but I still want him to have the potential, right? So when I did my negotiations, they said to me, okay, we'll hire you at $48,000 a year. I don't know if you've heard me say this before, but this is the third time I'm saying it to you. We will hire you as an FA for $48,000.
Okay.
Let's say that again.
What's wrong with 48,000? Obviously, you got commissions in there plus, right?
Dude, you could be hired as an FA for $48,000. You could fucking legacy out of here.
Oh.
And while you're fucking getting that salary for a year, find somewhere else and fuck off.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm that, like, angry at Edward Jones to rip him off.
I don't think you'd be ripping them off if you actually fucking gave it a go. But you don't. I don't think you really want to. But
yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to be sales. I don't think, right?
It's not easy. So, anyways, so
yeah, 48 for you.
So they said, well, we can give you a salary for 3 years, and a 10% payout on your commissions.
Right. For 3 years, all three, or is it incrementally?
10%. So 10% payout on my commissions
That
for the
sucks.
first 3 years.
That sucks.
But we'll give you $48,000 a year.
Is that with that $2,500 bonus?
We will also give you $2 for every $100,000 you bring in the first 3 years.
$2 for every $100,000.
Or
So
no, sorry, it was $4.
for every 100.
It was $400 for every million. How's that? Right?
But you were getting $2,500 a month bonus, right? You said before.
Yeah.
For 5 years. How'd you get that?
So when I started, I literally worked from 7 in the morning till 7 at night. I started off doing 7 days a week. And then Scott Ward was like, are you fucking crazy? You don't work on Sundays. Nobody wants to hear from you. I stopped working Sundays. For the first 3 years I worked 7 in the morning till 7 at night.
Okay.
And Saturdays.
Okay.
I brought in fucking 16, 17, 18 million. I don't know. I could probably check. But, so, let me see, 18.
So what, like 7 million a year almost? 6 million a year?
Yeah.
First 3 years.
My first year I fucking pulled in. Over my first year I pulled in most of my Weekendy accounts. I pulled in 10 million the first year.
Oh, nice.
Right? That's how I got
The bonus?
because the bonuses in the first year were bigger. So the bonuses in the first year was, I think it was like $1,000 for $1 million I bring in.
No, but you were getting $2,500 a month.
Yeah,
What's that?
So this is for the first 3 years. So they said, so we'll give you the salary for the first 3 years, 10% commission.
Plus $400 for every
We will also
million.
give you the bonus.
That's that $400 one you're talking about?
We'll give you the bonus for $400 for all your new commission, for all your new assets. Right?
All right. Plus.
And I went back to them and I said, listen, this is not the first time I came to you guys thinking about working for you. This is not the first offer I heard. I'll tell you what I want and you tell me if that's acceptable. I said, I want the $48,000 for 1 year on a declining basis.
Okay.
I want the bonus on new assets in the first 3 years. And then I want another bonus on those assets again in the following 3 years.
And that's the $2,500 that following?
So that $2,500 that I was getting, right?
Was really first 3 years thing.
I negotiated that 6 years ago.
That was good.
Yeah.
Can't believe they gave you that.
Dude, I think 5 years ago.
How did they accept that? That seems like a good offer, right?
Oh
wait, what
because
is
I said to them, I said, I don't want your salary.
That's what it is.
I was like, take your $100,000 back. I want 40% payout, right? I want, you can give me the 48 grand because I want the money while I'm studying for my insurance.
Right.
That fucking took me like 2 months with my head down, right? At least I had a paycheck coming in.
And then next year, what? Went 48 to what? Like 30 or something?
No, 48, I went to 0.
After 1 year?
Yeah, my second year here, you want to know how much I made my second year here? I think I made $42,000 for the second year. I could tell. $42,000 is what I made my second year.
Wow.
I came off from Wood Gundy, I was making 100, right?
Wow.
I
Can't
was
believe
making
you.
42, and that guy was bonusing me he was bonusing me 50. Right?
What about Faisal's setup? Do you know his setup? His deal?
No, because Faisal would never fucking tell me.
I don't think FAs share this at all.
Well, that's why I like Steve Kwan, if you've ever spoken to him.
No, I have not.
He is more like me. He is fucking, he's a good guy. He's got nothing to hide. Right? Faisal has a lot to hide.
All right, well, we digress. We were talking about does Edward Jones.
So you are gonna reach out to Catherine to say, you know, thank you for, you know, taking Robert's consideration into your, because don't forget she has people she works for, right? Thanks, Catherine, for you know, taking Robert's request seriously. It really, I mean, I really appreciate it. I'm just actually calling because Robert shared the number that he thought I should be at. And I'm just thinking about it, and I truly agree with him that I should be at average
by June.
What I'm telling you, that's just going to come back at you, right? Because you're going to say, well, I should be at 42 as of January 1st,
yeah,
right? She's going to be like, well, you'll be there in 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
But then you're going to say yes, but then I don't get that 5%.
Yeah.
I don't get that incentive to work my ass off between now and then to go from 42 to 40. Let's say 42 to 30 is what I asked. Is that what I asked for?
Yeah.
There's the notes. Oh, I have the notes right here. Look at that. This has always been here. You never looked at this? These are your notes, right? 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 Because this is how your bonus is going to go. You're going to get 40 grand times 3%.
I don't like how they.
And then time 2.5 again.
Yeah.
This is only a one-time deal. You don't get this all the time.
See
they're doing it this year once. So I worked out 42 to 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus the 400. Didn't you get 400 in January?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that's where she's going to come back at you at. She's going to be like, your income for this year, Victor, will be $42,630. Plus you're getting benefits. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Right?
I've seen that email, yeah.
So if you need to
So is my argument that I have no incentive between now and June? Is that my main argument?
Well, you do. Well, honestly, you do, because I mean, it's between now and then, it's a $2,200 annual jump. I know to you, $2,200 doesn't save any of your problems.
It's
right?
It's like $200 a month.
But
maybe
you're not doing this for your problems right now. You got to be looking at it a different way. You got to be doing this to help Edward Jones. You get me?
I'm helping you.
Right. I want to help you the way I help myself.
I need them to understand my value.
I've said that to clients, and they're like, "Fuck, that's awesome, Robert." Right?
What did you say again?
So I'm sitting with Marla, and I'm like, "Marla, why don't you just fucking do something with me?" She said, "You know what? I've got money. Why don't I just open an account?" And I go, "Okay." But before she said that, I said to her, "I go, look, I just want to do for you what I did for myself in trading stocks." She goes, "That's what I want. That's all I want. That's all I ever want." So help me help you, right?
Look, I'm writing down, I'm going to show value to Edward Jones. That's what it is,
If the BOAs are fucking a little bit happier with their salaries, then all this added bullshit that they're throwing down on BOAs being the branch team, you know? Right? Because right now, I will tell you, most BOAs, and this is why I told you you're above this position, most BOAs are fucking like, this is so fucking racist, but they're like Asian or Iranian, and their English is horrible. How many BOAs have you tell me? You know more BOAs than me now.
No, I don't. You know more.
You've spoken to more.
Well, I've spoken to more, yeah.
How many of them had a fucking annoying accent?
Yeah, there's a couple Asians in there for sure.
A couple? I thought they were all Asian BOAs.
There's a lot. There's probably like 5 or 6 at least.
Right. And the ones that aren't are just fucking...
There's a lot. There's a couple Indians in there for sure.
And the ones that aren't are just fucking...
But that's really a reflection of Toronto's areas, I think. Like Markham is Asian.
No, it's a reflection of the salary they offer. Because these are the people that's what they think they're worth. You think you're worth more. That's what you're trying to tell them. Right?
Yeah.
And they don't think you are because they're looking at all the other BOAs. Right?
I gotta
so
push
how many
this.
other BOAs have university degrees? A.
It's funny, I thought I had to have one to get this job.
No.
Because I had to do the whole job process. They asked for that.
Of course they did.
Because I put it on my resume, I guess. Anyway.
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, it just shows university degrees don't fucking do anything except it just shows the employer that you can start something and finish it.
There was one BOA I spoke to. She quit after I spoke to her, by the way.
Oh.
Not because of me. I brought up all the issues other BOAs having, and she's like, I agree, I'm bitter, I'm jaded.
What's her name?
Caitlin Thomas.
Caitlin Thomas.
She...
I hate that. Caitlin Lee Thomas?
I don't know. But she's 12 years BOA.
Oh,
No. Anyway, she wanted to become an FA. And she was rejected by Edward Jones because she didn't have a university degree. And her new FA that she just partnered with in the branch also didn't want her leaving for his own selfish reasons.
So she knew he had a good thing, so he wanted to retain her.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for his retainership, he denied her sponsorship for an FA.
He did that?
That's the rumor.
Oh, he backstabbed her.
I think that's the rumor going around. I'm not 100% on this.
He backstabbed her.
The only thing I know is when I talked to Caitlin, she was like very upset in general. She agreed with all my issues about salary and respect.
Listen,
and yeah.
This is why when I say to you, and I use fucking the Lord's name about me being honest, there's a lot of shit in that. When I was legacying out of somebody else's office, right?
Wait, how long were you in a legacy for?
I was there for like 3 years. It took me 2 years to find an office. I made it in 1 year.
So wait, you only had 2 BOAs then here. You had Teresa and then Catherine, right?
I had Teresa, Catherine, I had a whole bunch of uncles though.
Oh.
Yeah. My first BOA quit after 6 months.
She quit?
Yeah,
Why?
The salary sucked.
Like...
I know, but you're free to quit. I told you that.
No, but like it's like Edward Jones, like, hello?
Right. But they're going to use me as an example. Like, you had 3 BOAs quit on you already because the salary sucked. Look at your numbers. You're fucking still killing it.
All those bastards.
Do you think that's what they would, right? That's
Those fucking bastards.
But that's what fucking, that's what the bird at the top of the fucking totem pole says. Because he's never had a conversation with the 20 of them sitting on the bottom pole, right? You know what I'm saying?
So
That's
sad.
how they're gonna look at it.
No, I get that. So it's like you gotta shoot yourself in the foot if a BOA quits to be like, hey, look, my BOA quit. I'm doing worse now, for them to understand the fucking value. That's like so fucking stupid.
But I don't.
All right.
I don't believe that. Like, I could still grow the business with or without you. What I'm more concerned about is, as the business grows, can I fucking handle it without you? right? Like if you're not here, I can still fucking.
And you said it yourself, you can grow it more.
If you're not here, I can still run this place, right?
Yeah. I mean, you did it when Catherine left you, right? So.
Yeah, I went like fucking 4 months without a VOA, right?
Yeah.
I was almost profitable at that time, just because it was the end of the year and all the expenses had been paid off already. Don't take it any other way.
Okay. Well, you said it yourself. That extra $300 cost.
My concern is that as more money comes in, right?
You're not going to be able to handle it.
I'm not going to be able to look at all these little fucking nitpicky things that I've been talking to you about, right?
Yeah.
I'm still sitting on fucking 800 grand from Leslie Picard I haven't fucking invested yet.
I know.
Right?
I've reminded you about this.
Dude.
Oh.
There's reasons why I only fucking sleep 3 hours a night also, right? And it's not,
With parked cars, again, we're expecting a market pullback, right?
We are.
So.
We are.
We're not in a particular rush. There are great value
the
picks
other reason
right now.
why I haven't fucking hit, the other reason I really haven't done anything is because I think she wants to buy an annuity.
Okay, that's a big reason.
And she's going to want to buy a $300,000 annuity, right?
Did you at least get her into Manulife a bit?
$9 grand commission.
Did you get her into Manulife a bit?
Called her, couldn't get a hold of her.
No, too bad.
She sent me an email back. I called her, I left her a voicemail. I said, listen, at least put fucking 50 grand or 40 grand into your TFSA. Why you bother paying fucking money on that interest? I go, and we need to sit down to talk about the plan going forward, right?
And
her email back to me was, Robert, I'm so sorry, my mother fell ill. I've been running back and forth. I don't have a second. Yeah, go ahead with the TFSA, that's great, but please keep 20 grand free somewhere because I am going to need to buy a car in the near future.
right.
So
you got 30 to play with.
see, but I can't go and fucking buy stock without talking to her. I can get fired like that. Because if it goes wrong, she holds it against me.
She could, yeah.
And I've been to court with my previous FA over that such reason.
In the court?
I've been to court. Yeah.
Did you win?
I was called in to testify.
Did you win?
No, they had to settle. He had to settle.
Was it your mistake?
No, it was not my mistake. And you know why it wasn't my mistake? Because I had the client sign all the appropriate paperwork. I had him sign the fucking risk, the options, and the non-disclosure.
So how come they settled?
They settled because he still accepted. It's like Rick. When Rick was here, remember? I was not in a positive frame of mind after seeing him, and I walked out and I said to you, I go, fuck, I hate working with that guy.
Yeah.
And you're like, he's a nice guy. Yeah, he's a nice guy outside. But in business, first thing he said is, I think I just want to fucking sell everything. Let's put it all into palladium.
Maybe he was joking.
He wasn't.
Really?
And I said, that's because that's what I do. I said, really? He goes, yeah, I think that's the place to be. Palladium. That's the new. I go, palladium? That's fucking palladium's like fucking. That's 2001, buddy. So old. He goes, why can't we do that? I said, I wouldn't do it for you. So why not? I go, because that's not appropriate.
So in this context, what? Like, if you did that, you'd still be screwed?
If I did that, even if he signed a risk disclosure and all that,
yeah, still no.
And if he lost every single penny,
yeah,
he could still take me to court. Because at the end of the day, I have a fiduciary responsibility to do the right thing.
One of those blanket statements makes everything liable.
Right.
Yummy.
You got it.
So what happened in the court? What was the issue? What did you lose them? How do you lose money?
The guy lost $450,000 on options in 2 months.
On what options?
The guy, I was trading options for this guy 7 times a day. We were making so much fucking commission off him. I
Oh,
was
what?
making such bonuses.
What stock was this?
He
What
was
options?
playing fucking options on anything. On anything and everything.
Oh, what a gambler, man. It's like a 101 not to fuck around
He was
with
buying
options.
puts. He was putting fucking 50 grand into a put 2 weeks before it expires. And once it expires, it goes
If you lose it.
worthless.
Yeah, yeah. That's fucking crazy.
And I was like, why are you doing this? He goes, don't worry, I know what I'm doing. I'm like, are you serious? This isn't even your money. This is like a fucking investment club account. Why are you doing this? I go, why can't you just fucking buy Sun Life? He goes,
No,
"No,
he's a
that's
gambler.
That's not how you make money.
No, he's a he's a gambler. That's what it is. He's a gambler.
So I was like, fine, fuck. Who am I to deny making $5,000 in commission in one day? Right?
How much did they settle?
They settled for $100,000
Wow.
and no stricken record on the FA.
So that's good.
He lost $450. They settled on $100.
Did you guys still make money off the commissions, or that hit your P&L? Do you guys have a P&L over
I
there?
think the 100. It's different because there's 15 FAs in one office.
Yeah, you probably don't
So
have
they
a
don't
P&L.
they don't disclose your P&L.
Yeah,
Because you also work for the bank. The whole idea here at Edward Jones is
your own business.
you can be a partner,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Take responsibility for your own branch.
That's good. No consequences for you, for him. It's good.
Oh, I like. What am I mean? Listen,
It's just weird going to court for that.
the way I see it, was, the way I see it, the OSC wanted me to come in. I didn't go. I went to like a mediation.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, can you just come for fucking 5 minutes with the FA and
Yeah.
bring your notes? And I brought them. I go, these are the documents. These are the signing. I go. They said, and you took a lot of the orders. I said, yeah, probably at least half of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, did you ever at some point tell him the risk? I said, every single day I told him the risks. And they said, can you prove that? I go, ask him.
And he denied it?
No, he said, yeah, no, Robert always said fucking I was taking risks.
That guy, man. How old
And they
is
said,
this?
okay, Robert, thank you, you can go. And then they said, the FA, do you not understand that you have fiduciary responsibility and that you could deny, you don't have to take these trades if you don't want to? And then he's like, why would I do that?
Commission. Right.
And they're like, commission. How much commission did you make off this guy? $100,000. Great, then that's what we're settling for.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh.
That's where the $100,000 came from.
Ooh, straight up, huh? That's
Made
good.
$100,000 in 6 months of commission.
No, that's great.
You know how busy I was? It was fucking ridiculous.
I mean, 100 grand on 450? That's crazy. It's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, he's trading 6 times a day.
How old was this guy?
I don't know. Anyways.
All right, yeah. So I'll
Call
do.
Catherine, but start off with Catherine. I'm not sure if you're aware, but yeah, I did have the conversation with Robert about the salary increase, and it really just, Robert told me that he replied to your email saying we had a relaxed conversation. Please feel free to call him. Right? Please feel free to call him in the morning. Thank you for your help. Do you want me to forward this to you? I don't.
No, I got it. So I'll just say, Catherine, not sure you're aware. We had the conversation. Really just missing communication from your last email.
What if I responded to Catherine, CC'd you in, and say, hey, Catherine, did you ever call Victor?
No, we don't need to do that.
Because don't let her know that you and I fucking had it out this morning.
No?
Do not let her know. No.
What do you want me to let her know?
Everything's cool.
Everything's cool?
Everything's cool.
Okay.
All right? Don't let her know we had it out, because you do not want to be doing this on a spur of the moment thing.
Okay.
You've taken your time, okay? Because
We'll go from the.
Robert shared the email that he sent to you to ask for my salary, and I thought that was completely perfect. I'm just wondering why it wasn't accepted, because it made complete sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no? Tell me if I'm wrong.
No, you're not.
Right? So I wanted to think about it before I actually had any. Oh, sorry. Edward Jones, Robert speaking. My goodness, it is lovely to hear your voice. How are you? Happy Valentine's Day. I'd give you a big wet kiss if you were here. Absolutely. Not a problem. Do you want me to come see you? Okay. Okay. Loved it. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Tomorrow? Today's no good. Yeah, tomorrow, I want my wits to be about me. So, I don't know, early lunch? What's good for you? You're home, right? Yeah. Okay. Is Pat going to be with you, or is this going to be or is this just regarding you? Okay. Yeah. What time you want my flight? 1 o'clock? Yeah, no, I can call you before lunch. You tell me, because when do you feel best throughout the day? Is that when you feel good? Oh, because it's 1:30 now, and yeah, that's why you called me, because you feel pretty good. I will call you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Is there anything that you want me to prepare? Yeah. Muscle top. I got goosebumps. Oh. You don't have a big butt at all. Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit. Really? No. How do they know? Don't believe them. And you're beyond transplant. Oh. Right. Yep. Okay. Who are you working with? Have you ever been to women's college? My very, very good friend is head of cardiology there. Yeah. Jacob Udell. Yeah. Dr. Udell. Udell. Loves his job. If you ever want to go and see him, I will ask him if he'd be willing to have a conversation with you about this. You'd be benefiting probably him too, right? Because they're always looking for a way to help people and learn more, right? So he might be open to it. So yeah, just keep it in mind, right? Yeah, smart guy, really smart. Okay. Yeah, listen, don't, yeah. Put in your mind right now, let's get things organized for sure. I see what you're thinking, but please put it in your mind that it's baloney. If you don't believe it, yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. How long have you been off the chemo now? 3 months. Yeah, yeah. So how can they know? Just yeah. 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 Oh jeez. Cat's 22. Sounds like a problem that some guy head of a cardiology would love to think about. They love solving problems. Right? Okay. Okay, so you want to converse about the estate planning and things like that, right? Okay. Okay. I'll have some. Okay. Okay, so this is good because, listen, I will give you all kinds of options, taxing and all that great stuff. Okay, I've done a lot before, and this is good. I have the time between now and then to prepare because I don't keep you on the phone for an hour. No. Listen, most of it's in my head because I just did it last year for somebody else. I just need to go on my computer and pull down the sheets. That's all, and print them off so I have them handy when I'm speaking with you. So I don't have to bore you with. Hang on, where is it? Nope. Yeah. Well, is this bittersweet? Or is it sweet bitter? Sweet bitter. Well, it's not over yet. Damn right. But hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with it. So call me tomorrow. We'll go over the accounts. We'll put the seatbelt on. That's pretty much what we're doing. We're not expecting a crash. So let's put the seatbelts on. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great. 1 o'clock. Bye bye.
Did Scott Cowie call yesterday?
He sent me an email.
Did you mention Suniva?
No. Why?
Big news today.
Is he on it?
Yeah, and is on their account somewhere else.
Okay, so
So how I'm gonna say the email? So I'm gonna say Catherine. Not sure where we had the conversation.
you looked at Manulife today?
Yeah, it was up like couple percentage.
I fucking 2 hours of sleep last night.
I know you were gonna be nervous. I know, but
Did you see how much I bought yesterday?
Yeah.
I was on the phone.
I know we loaded
You
up
would
on
be
Manulife.
impressive. You would be impressed.
Look, I know we loaded up on Manulife for a number of fucking months now. So
Yeah.
look, they missed. By the way, did you notice that?
0.5%.
I don't give a fuck. They missed.
0.5%.
The thing that made it go is they're confident about the court case.
The book value went to 20. It went from $20.25 to 21 and no change.
Look, I think you should sell it after the court date. I don't think it's a long-term hold.
I haven't listened to the full conference call. Did you?
No.
Yeah. I don't know what listens to the replay.
Yeah.
Is there a pending court date?
Nothing definitive yet.
Yeah.
It's up to the judge. So
Well, they must have mentioned something.
they mentioned they're confident they're going to win the case. That's why the stock is up today.
Right. Because I saw the earnings yesterday.
What's
I
it
figured
at
would have
right
been flat.
What's it at right now?
21.41 up.
See, it was at 21.60 in the morning.
I saw that.
Yeah. So this is going to fade back down.
Yeah, but the market's on off too, right?
I think this is going back down to 20.
21.88.
I think this is going back down to 20. If there's no news over the next 2 weeks, it's going back down to 20, especially with the market pullback.
That's not what I want to hear.
What it is another opportunity to load up. Always look at it that way. 'Cause we're assuming-
Sell it by pack.
No, see, we're not churning.
Yeah. See? You learned that. It's a fucking fabulous word.
Yeah.
That's why they took us to court. They're like, were you churning this client? I'm like, no, these were every single fucking trade was unsolicited.
What are you gonna churn 5% in Manulife for anyway? So,
Okay, so with Catherine,
so how do you want me to present the email to her?
how are you with your little BOA project? Like, are you completed it? Are you finished with it?
I'm finished contacting everyone. That's, yeah.
Okay, what were you waiting for? Is there like a BOA conference call coming up?
February 20th. Next Wednesday.
Great.
Do you think I should send it before or?
Say, Catherine, Robert shared the email
Okay.
that he sent you.
Okay.
Make it your own words, okay?
Yeah. Shared email.
I'm just trying to, and listen, I don't think I'm any smarter than you. But I've played the game a little bit longer, that's all, okay? With Edward Jones.
I'm listening.
Robert shared the email with me that he originally sent off to try and get my salary increased. He also shared the email that you had provided back on, what.
The offer, basically.
Yeah, but don't forget, she's not the one that makes the decision, right?
Right.
She has to take it to
Who do you think makes the decision? Do you know?
Raja.
You think fucking Rajat makes the decision?
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wish I'd known that sooner.
Why?
Well, because Rajat's aware that I've been calling BOAs about issues,
I'm not. You know what? Ultimately, he would be one of the guys. I don't think he made a decision on your specific case.
Does there a regional?
Honestly, I don't know.
Is there a regional P&L that Rajat gets graded on?
Yeah, Scott Ward.
So Scott Ward grades Rajat's P&L for the whole region.
Scott Ward is the area.
Yeah, of many regions. Right.
Right? You know, there's like 5 regions, right? Etobicoke, Toronto, there's fucking Newmarket, there's Whitby, there's fucking Mississauga,
Yeah.
Oakville, Stouffville.
So Scott Ward's the area leader.
He's what Kevin, what's his face, used to be.
I don't know, Kevin. But does he give out bonuses to Rajat for having regional performance?
See, you're looking at this the wrong way. No fucking way.
No way.
What he gives out is he gives out a bigger pay on their limited partnership or guided or general partnership, right? I told you, limited partnership guarantees 7.25%.
Okay.
If the region is more profitable than expected,
You get more of that.
you could get 15%.
So
That's why, see, when I'm telling you what you're fighting here is you're not fighting Catherine.
I'm fighting Rajat.
You're fighting even more than Rajat.
Fighting all the fucking limited partners.
Dude, wait, I'm not finished.
Yeah.
Right? It goes from limited partners to general partners, and then from general partners, it goes to fucking area lead, and then it goes from fucking the Canadian leader, and then the Canadian leader takes it to the US and says, we want to increase all the BOA salaries in Canada, and they'll say, fuck you. You have not made a profit in 12 years. Fuck you. I think we're going to lower all their salaries because we are fucking losing money on it.
Yeah.
That's what you're up against. Okay?
That's what I'm up against.
So,
Fuck.
right? So that's why don't fucking shoot for the moon. What you want to do is you want to make it more profitable.
For them, yeah.
You get it?
I get it, buddy.
That's what you're up against.
All right, so I'm gonna say to her.
So just say, listen,
You shared the email originally you sent to her, and
Robert and I had a Robert and I just started talking today, and we got into salary and things like that. Because he had asked me, what's going on with my, a bunch of BOAs have been calling the office returning my phone, or what, I don't know. Well, he was aware that I was just calling other BOAs to.
Hold on. Do you want me to send this email before February 20th or after?
Dude, you should call her and do this over the phone.
Should I do this over the phone?
Yeah.
Before or after?
And you need to talk to her like you're talking to Ellen without telling you.
Right.
So this is, okay, let me get it out real
Before
quick.
or after?
Let me get it out real quick before
Okay.
I forget the plan. So Robert and I we had a conversation, I was asking Robert about how, what did he actually ask for my salary to be, and so he shared the email that he sent to you to request my salary to be at whatever 42 or something plus the 5% potential, we had the conversation that you did boost me up to 40, and you did do retroactive, which is great. Thank you. I know Robert told me that this is an exceptionally rare incident.
Yeah, 1 in 100.
I don't know if that is the actual number, but she fucking told me. She goes, I've never really seen this before, or something like that. Just say it's fucking very, very rare. So, and, when Robert originally sent the email at the beginning of the year, he did tell me a couple of, his points on why it's worth it for him to get my salary up. And, the thing that really stuck with me was that it's the value. An extra $2,000 for a BOA could potentially mean an extra $20,000 in commissions for the branch over 1 year. Why, Victor? Why is that? Well, I took it upon myself just to kind of call the other BOAs because, I'm just not happy with the salary. And I understand that I can leave and go get a job somewhere else, and that's fine. But I really like Edward Jones, and I like working here. So, before I decided to do any of that, I wanted to call the other BOAs to see maybe I'm out of line.
Which is very true. Yeah.
So I've spoken to a lot of the BOAs. And, there's quite a few of them that, they're unhappy with their salary. I don't know. What are the reasons why they're unhappy with their salary? Why are they unhappy with their salary?
Well,
because some BOAs may not be, right?
look, some are probably pieces of shit BOAs, and they're just greedy and
Like I had Teresa in here as an on-call.
Yeah.
Fuck. She was like $15 an hour.
Yeah.
She's horrible. But she fucking never complained, and she tried to go above and beyond, but she was so stupid.
Yeah.
But
there
I think the reason she didn't complain was because she worked for me throughout the summer, and you remember how fucking slow it was in the summer,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Fucking
she
hated
sat
that
there
shit.
for 5 hours fucking diddling her pussy.
Yeah. But anyway, Teresa aside, there are very senior BOAs, 5 years, for example.
Yeah.
And their issue is
5-year seniority?
eligible for seniority,
Okay.
assuming the branch makes 350 gross.
Okay.
But
What happens in seniority for BOA?
there's a little next boost kind of thing.
Increase in salary?
Yeah, and that's not very much.
Anything else?
No.
Okay.
But that's not the issue I'm bringing up. I'm saying there's senior BOAs here that work many years, and their original salary when they first started, let's say it's 33,000. That was the minimum 5 years ago.
Right.
After 5 years, with all the incremental annual reviews, they're now at 36,000.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Is this a true story?
this is a true story across the board, buddy. So
36,000 after 5 years?
things like that, yeah. So they're basically at the new minimum. Other issues is like, senior BOAs, when they first started, they got 2 weeks vacation. Now new ones get 3 weeks vacation.
And they still only get 2 weeks.
They
Sorry.
still-
But
yeah.
but
They get now 3 weeks, but there's no like, oh, let me boost you up even more because they're, there's none of that. No.
I wouldn't play that thing because that's bullshit.
But the 33.
Again, that's bullshit.
What is?
When I got hired 5 years ago, I only got 2 weeks. Now you get hired, you get 3 weeks.
That's fine.
Not fair.
I don't care about
That's-
vacation days. I
that's-
don't even take vacation.
No, but it's
I'm not gonna bring
it's
that
a
up.
stupid thing to bring up, right?
I think the 33,000 to 36,000. I think that's a very good example because it's across the board.
So, I'm trying to think about this. If it goes fucking up the ladder, right?
Okay.
There is no way in hell you're gonna get all those BOAs to go from 36 to 40. No fucking way. You'll bankrupt Dr. Jones. Okay? What you
Hold on.
should-
Let me do the math because it's simple math. There's 34 BOAs.
Dude,
Times
don't
4,000.
forget we're not the only region.
It's 136,000 extra cost a year.
Times 100 regions.
That's the thing. I think they could separate regions.
She's gonna say they already do. I mean, it's gonna cost Dr. Jones. It's gonna cost them $13 million. If it, that's
If it's really, yeah, I get it.
Right?
I get it.
So, like, what do you like? I know that ultimately it's your money, and it's about you, right? But how can you convince them? Because now you've gotten everybody else involved, right?
Yeah, sort of.
So, what are you going to go for? Say everybody's salary should be increased. I should be at 42, and all these other people.
No. See, I'm not doing that whole us versus them thing. Raj has specifically said he doesn't want that conversation on that February 20th call. He doesn't want an us versus them thing. But I want at least acknowledgement from Rajit that this is bullshit. That's it. That's the minimum I want out of this. I'm not actually, like, he won't even admit it's bullshit.
He won't do it.
He won't even admit. He'll try to spin it positively or something, right?
Of course.
See, that's just so fake, man. Like, you're not going to get any BOA respect out of that. If we're being fucked, at least tell us we're being fucked. That's all we ask, man. That's all we're asking is just the truth, That's it. We're not even asking for a salary increase. We're not.
I get it. At least fucking kiss me before you stick it up my ass. Right. I get it.
I'm just going to say
No, I'm trying to think.
how to connect this to Catherine's email.
No, I'm
we
trying to
can't.
think. How do we, right, make this so that it can be an independent game? Listen, I'm telling you right now,
How to make this.
I'm the only
yeah.
FA in the whole region that spent a day talking to you like this. I'll tell you that right now.
Come on, you don't know that. You don't know that. You
Do
can't
you want
say
me
it.
to make 100 phone calls?
Look, you and I both know you don't communicate with other FAs, right? Other than Stephen Kwan and Faisal.
Steve Kwan, Faisal, the other FAs that I talked to,
Farwell?
I talked to Dave, I talked to Big Mac. I still talk to Scott Ward every now and then, but I mean, he's too big for me.
All right, well, there's
I
34.
don't want Scott Ward.
There's
no.
34 branches.
My name has reached Scott Ward before, and I didn't like it.
Why?
Because last year, when I saw him at the regional, he was like, Robbie, how's it going? Like, he really liked me.
Oh, is that the one where you told him you don't like picking prices to buy stocks?
No, this is Scott Ward. This is this is the guy that oversees Rajit, right?
Yeah.
And this is the guy I legacied out of his office.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And then he left, and then Dan Song took over.
Okay.
But he said to me, he goes,
What?
what are you doing? I go, what do you mean, what am I doing? He goes, why are your BOAs fucked? Why do you always have BOA problems? I go, what are you talking about? Well, Catherine from HR told me that your BOA is nuts. She's taken like 28 sick days this year.
Holy shit.
Why did you fire her already? And I'm like, he's like, what? Why did you hire her in the first place?
So, I mean, it's not your problem. It's your BOA's problem, right?
I know, but listen, nobody likes the boat be rocked, okay?
But anyway,
Anyways,
so far in
I
the
just
email.
wanted the last thought in my head before it leaves my head.
Yeah.
Maybe they should think about giving the FA
More room.
more room on the 0 to 5% increase on an annual basis. Yeah?
More room for raises is basically the.
Right? Like, let's pay let's at least be able to pay the BOAs what they're worth.
That's all I'm thinking is, it's your P&L.
However,
What?
don't forget, we think Manulife is worth more than $21, but the market does not at this moment.
Good.
It's a good example, right?
No, it's not, because they can't buy me and replicate me for everyone.
That's why I say make it independent for each BOA. So this leaves that $18 million out of the question,
Yep.
right? B, it leaves the branch up to their own fucking device, whether they're profitable or not, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Right? So if in the past the FA, the best they could do is do 3%, and I've heard that most BOAs get exceeding expectation, even though they're really not exceeding expectations, because they're only going to get a 3% raise, and 3% is shit. If they were truly exceeding expectations, 5 to 10% would be more like it. 3% is market adjustment.
Inflation, basically.
That's what they did to me at Wood County. Market adjustment. It was anywhere from 1.5 to 3% every year.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I went from 36 to fucking 40 in
FYI,
8 years.
FYI, Edward Jones has been doing 1% for the last couple of years. Market adjustments. Only 1%. It's another issue.
No, what I'm talking about is I'm talking about year-end bonus reviews.
So there's a difference between the performance review and a market adjustment.
Right.
A market.
So they're doing it. So this year
is 3%.
This year's odd for you. You're lucky. Well, whatever.
It is what it is. They're doing a 3% adjustment, right?
2.5.
2.5.
But 2.5 only for the BOAs in this region, because they figured that. So everybody's getting that 2.5 regardless.
Right.
So really, the FA only has 3%.
Really? You can't put 5% on top of that 2.5?
No, look. Okay, this 2.5. So you're gonna get 5%. It's actually, but it's 3 and a 2.5 compounded, right? So it works out to like 5.
Say you got exceeding or outstanding annual review. Normally it's 5%.
That's what I thought.
That's a problem. Isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's the problem.
Because they're basically saying, we'll give everyone at least 2%,
Right.
2.5%.
So this is what you need to research, okay?
Market adjustment.
Well, that's one thing, right? So, because they're going to come back to you and say, listen, we increased everybody's salary 2.5% without even them asking. We know this already, so fuck off. Say, yeah, no, that's fine. And that's great. I appreciate, the effort. I spoke to a lot of BOAs. They're a little bit unhappy, Listen, I mean, there's a lot of talk about the branch team, and you want me to be involved in the branch, and you want me to, how am I going to do it if the only skin that I've got in the game is a 3% raise? What is 3% on 36 grand? Right? Why do you not have the BOA and the FA have some way to increase the BOA's salary even more based on, look, I've been with Robert for a year. I took him from fucking level 3 to level 6. His commissions were $250. Now they're fucking $300. We're doing $50,000 more commission. Why doesn't he have the power you know,
Yeah.
to give me a 10% raise.
Yeah, no, that's
Right?
fucking, yeah, that's where it is. It's fucking solution right there. And takes away the whole regional wide shit, becomes a branch issue.
That was the last thought I wanted to get.
All right, so,
So if you have any questions.
but anyway, for the email. So I'm going to say, the last thing I'm going to say is I called other BOAs, you know, I know you can find another job at like Edward Jones. I did call the other BOAs just to see if I'm out of line.
Yeah.
Then what?
Sorry, say the last part again.
Called other BOAs to see if I'm out of line.
Called other. Yeah. Okay. That's great. That sounds very good because she's gonna be like, oh, okay. He, you know, at least he wants.
He's being fair.
At least he's not jumping off the handle.
Yeah.
Right. He's being logical about this. So called. I wanted to know if, you know, it's like, I know Robert asked for 42, because, you know, whatever, you know, he could have hired me at 41, you know, and she's going to say, well, he has to get that approved. So if he offered you 41, it would have had to come to me, we would have had to take it to HR, we would have had to give them a reason, why are we hiring somebody at 41, you know, why wouldn't they just take 40, 38, yada, yada, yada. Okay? You can spin that back to yourself if you want to try and go for your 42. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have to explain to her why you've called 30 BOAs.
Just to see if I'm out of line.
Good.
It's all about it. That's the
And
truth.
What I've discovered is that, and the reason I want to talk to you before the BOA conference call.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you've spoken to the head of that conference call?
Yeah, everyone.
And she's asked you to speak?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I basically told her, I asked her, how's the format of that call? And they're like, there's usually a summary of the last call. And I'm like, you know what, is it okay if I just talk first?
Dude, you
And
got to go into this, don't go into this thinking they're trying to fuck you. Go into this that it's a collaborative effort.
I told you, I'm not trying to make this an us versus them.
It's a but
because I know it's not going to get anywhere.
this is where you're going to get Rajin on your side. Okay. Let him think you fucking drink the Kool-Aid.
Now, what exactly is the Kool-Aid?
Because Kool-Aid is like Edward Jones. Edward Jones is the best. It's the beautiful philosophy. You understand? You have to learn the philosophy. You heard me telling clients about Ted Jones?
That's the thing, man, is they're not living up to the philosophy.
There you go. Fucking use that.
I will, but
Use that. If Ted Jones were alive today.
that's exactly the point, though.
You know what? If Ted was alive today.
He'd be rolling in his grave.
Yeah, maybe not say that. Say, listen, why can we not have each branch have the ability to give the BOA a bigger raise than just maximum 3%? There's a reason why most BOAs are getting meeting to exceeding, because they're only getting 3% anyways. There's a reason why BOAs get exceeding even though the FA feels as though they're not, because how could you not get more than a 3% raise while the BOA sits there, makes 3% more this year than last year, and watches the FA bring in $5 million? Like, and now there's a lot of talk about how can the BOA help bring in more than $5 million. You're putting a big focus on the branch team now. You want the BOAs to become more and more involved. You want BOAs to do insurance and where's the incentive?
Preach it.
Why?
Preach it.
Why should I spend, hours above and beyond my fucking 8:30 to 4 o'clock job learning about insurance and learning about annuities? And, why? Why? For 3%? Forget it.
Preach it. That's what it is. I've exactly what you're thinking.
What if BOA? Well, this is what I think, right?
That's what I think.
This is why
It's the same conclusion.
And this is why I've denied going to the meetings. That they want me to go to a 3-day meeting, improve branch efficiency. Basically, improving branch efficiency just means taking everything off my plate and putting it on you, so that I can just fucking make the numbers. That's it, right?
Yeah.
That means that I'm taking everything off my plate and putting it onto you, which means that
We're
I'm
doing
taking
more and
all
more.
I'm putting all. You understand that?
I get it, buddy.
My business is built on goodwill and relationships.
I know.
That's why people work with me, not because I'm fucking smart,
I know.
right? That comes later, right? And it's a case by case basis. It depends on the client, right?
Yeah.
But they come.
No, everything
People
you're
sign
saying.
with me. They sign with. So if I'm gonna fucking hand those relationships over to you, I want the ability to fucking bonus you $5,000 in a year, if so be, like my guy at Wood Gundy used to do, because he turned those relationships all over to me.
Look, everything you just said already been discussed
Oh, it has.
with me and other BOAs.
Oh,
Because we've already talked about how we present this to Rajit, and we talked about from the Edward Jones philosophy and the business philosophy.
see, the problem is now that there's a BOA, you, organizing this, talking to a guy that was one for 10 years.
Who was you?
Me.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
I was. 10 years, don't forget. 10 fucking years.
Yeah, but you had a long-term career financial advisor goal.
You should too, even if you get a $48,000 salary.
I don't like sales. I don't feel comfortable.
Fine, then you don't have to do sales. Right? You could go elsewhere.
If I got
you
a
like the market? You like the stock market?
Of course.
Then why can't you fucking study your CFA and become an analyst at a bank
I
for
know.
$100,000 a year?
I know.
It's very fucking hard to do, but you
I know. I've thought
not
about
many
that.
people fucking pass 3rd level, but if you get your 3rd level CFA and you go to a fucking bank, they'll hire you for $100,000. You could get a 3rd level CFA. It would take you 2 years, 3 years, maybe at the most.
Right.
Depends how much fucking effort you put into it.
But anyway, point is, I had to convince Rajit I drank the Kool-Aid.
Listen, you're not doing this because you understand all about profitability of everything.
Yep.
Right? I've told Catherine knows and Rajit knows. This is the first BOA that I've worked with that understands the profitability per branch. I understand that. No other BOAs like Catherine, my previous BOA, she come in here, she goes, I want to raise, I want to raise, I want to raise. And I'm like, fuck, I'm losing $7,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not understand? How can you come in here and say a raise? Give me a raise, give me a raise, give me a raise. I'm like, give me, doesn't get, first of all. And I go, fuck, you're fucking, she was
Sick.
fucking uber loaded. Parents bought her a condo at Yonge and St. Clair. She was
Yeah.
rich, man.
Fuck, I know.
Right. And I said, do you not understand? And I say, sit down with me. Let me show you what the stress I have to deal with. I don't care about that. Okay?
What about Teresa? She was. Oh, you said she was stupid, all right?
Yeah, Teresa's, I think she's young. She lives at home. She's been captured by the, is that fucking Chinese thing, that the games that they all play? Pokemon and all that
there's-
shit.
Which game?
You know, Pokemon and
Pokemon?
Pokemon. You know,
Pokemon.
Pokemon, but on your phone, and
You capture the fucking Pokemon.
and then she was into all that stuff, right?
She's young.
No, she got caught. She was like 30. She got caught up in the numb the masses. You know, Russia invented Tetris, right?
I mean, a guy who was Russian invented Tetris.
Oh, was it? Somebody told me that Tetris was invented by a Russian guy.
To brainwash the Russian people?
Not the brain, no. No.
You mean like opiate of the masses kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was. It's funny. That's actually what happens in the United States. They take the video games to the next level. Who do you think invented esports?
Yeah, but that's purely monetary.
Yeah.
Right? You invent Tetris and then offer it everyone to free. they offered it for everyone for free to play.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, let's not talk about the Soviet Union. But all right. So yeah, Teresa just.
So, anyways, Teresa. So I think that's. I'm trying to think of a way that you are going to get what you want, and at the same way, they're gonna get what they want. Right?
That is, yeah, that's what I've been thinking too, right? Obviously.
So the only way. So what do they want? Now, remember who they is.
They want long-term
They is
dedication.
not necessarily me,
No, I get that.
right?
It's Rajit, it's Catherine, it's Scott.
Because
Ward.
understand that I could fucking quit this job tomorrow and retire for the rest of my life.
Right.
Because I'll go home, I'll tell my nanny to stop working, right?
Mm-hmm.
My kids don't have to fucking go for all this daycare shit anymore.
Yeah.
And my wife still works, you know? Like, so I'm here because
Yeah.
I'm here fucking emotionally, right?
You're here for the personal satisfaction.
I'm here trying to prove something. And unfortunately, this year is the first time that my income has actually started to think about it because big drop. And I actually see from your point of view, on a month where I work my ass off, it's a pretty decent paycheck I got. Right? How come...
You have the option of working your ass off and getting more.
Right. How come I don't... If I make $8,000 net,
Mm-hmm.
how come I don't have that option of being able to bonus some of my pre-tax to your after-tax?
I think you do.
No. So Catherine told me, I told you to find this out. You never got back to me on it.
I've been asking.
Yeah.
Everyone says there's no double taxing. But I'm not familiar with taxing in general, so I don't even know what that
So
means.
Catherine told me there's a double taxation,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, I'll bring that up with her.
It's like when you charge the branch an extra couple of hours per day working when you are on call,
Mm-hmm.
that $400 per month
Mm-hmm.
came out of my net pay.
Okay.
So
That's
my
after your
paycheck,
tax.
my paycheck should have been $6,400. I only got $6,000,
Okay.
and then that 400 goes to. So that 400 has already been taxed,
By you, and then it goes to me and I get taxed.
and then you get it,
But you do realize
and then it gets taxed.
that when I do my income taxes, I think I get almost everything they tax me because of my income
You
bracket.
get back.
Because I'm on that low income bracket.
Oh, you can request a lower tax bracket, you idiot.
What?
You can do a fucking TD1X. What's wrong with you?
I don't know shit about taxes. What the hell's a TD1X?
You gotta read all these emails that come. They're important. They sent the TD1X out before.
What's a TD1X?
Tax declaration something or other. Also remember this. Your paychecks in January are a lot less than what they're going to be in December. Your paychecks in December are going to be 5% higher than what they are now, net.
Okay.
Reason is because at the beginning of the year, they take off most CPP, most of your taxes come off in the beginning of the year. You haven't worked a full year yet. You'll learn this.
Mm-hmm.
December, your paychecks become bigger because at the beginning of this year, they're taking off a lot of CPP and OAS,
Okay.
right, and taxes. As you get
I get
closer to the end of the year,
I get
less of that comes off. So
Okay.
that's also why you're probably feeling a bigger crunch in January than you thought you would.
Maybe, yeah.
But
Although I haven't noticed.
I think that if I didn't have to have this conversation with you today, and everything was fucking groovy between us, and I knew if I sat here
And prospected?
$3,000 in commission,
Yeah.
that I could at least give you fucking $100 of that at the end of the month if I wanted to.
That's another
And
thing
if
I'll
I
bring
did
up.
that every single day, like, how come I do not have the opportunity, right?
It's a bonus.
Yeah, like
Basically, right?
where is the BOA's incentive to grow the branch? There's limited partnership. Fuck that. We're not gonna get limited partnership until we are
For
fucking
years.
years. Robert's branch is gonna have to be fucking $5,000 plus profitable on a monthly basis for years.
And what if you die? You know? And I'm here years, and then a new FA comes and he fucks up all the clients here, and they all leave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All that.
There's that fucking crazy risk too, you know?
Yeah.
I know Catherine's gonna mention, you know, limited partnership incentives and things like that.
Don't worry. I tell my wife to fucking give you a year's salary if I die out of my insurance. I can die any day. I'm not a healthy guy. Yeah. So that's really because
So how do we get
if the BOA has incentive.
how do we get Edward Jones to get me what I need? How do I present this to Catherine? So the last thing we're still hooked up on is I was calling other BOAs to see if I'm out of line, and then we sort of digressed into giving FA more room for
You're
raises.
not really out of line. A lot of BOAs are unhappy with their salary. My understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that the best raise a BOA can get with a good review is 3%. So what I've been learning is that there's BOAs that have been here for years, and they're still only making 36 to 38 or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And they're working for a branch that if they were to leave, you know, the FA definitely wouldn't want that because it's 5 years now, right? I'll tell you, when I left Wajundi, the only reason I was there 10 years is because after 5 years I said, Mike, I'm leaving. He said, here's a $10,000 bonus.
Oh, so he kept you with money.
Of course. Of course. What do you think?
No, it's fine. I'm not judging that.
Do you not understand what I'm trying to do here too? I'm trying to keep you with money too, but I'm trying to keep it out of.
You try and keep
I'm
it out
trying
of your
to keep
pocket.
it from fucking coming out of my own personal pocket.
It's fine that you said it.
He gave me bonus through his commission.
So
He ran it down, and he said, "Rob, you know what? You're right.
he took
You
it
have
from
contributed this much."
so he took it from his gross though, not his net pay. He got it from the gross. So pre-tax.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Now if
You
CIBC
understand? My gross is probably fucking $8,000,
I know, but you get taxed at what bracket?
like 40.
There you go.
Right? So my paycheck is $5,000. But if I gave you a bonus of 1,000, now they're only taxing me on $7,000. My tax bracket now goes down to, you see?
Yeah.
That's why.
So how come Edward
that's why it was
Jones?
so easy for him to bonus me.
How come there's a
Because it
difference?
helped him.
How come there's a difference? 'Cause
I don't know.
it's the same industry here.
Because that money should come off my paycheck and go onto yours. And that's how Wood Gundy did it. Okay?
All right, I gotta bring this up somehow.
Don't tell him I told you. Don't.
Catherine told you.
Don't tell them I helped you. No, don't tell them I told you how Wood Gundy does it.
Oh,
How do you know this, Victor? I've talked to other
I've talked to
assistants
people outside
of
Edward Jones. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. I got your name covered. Don't worry,
I
big baby.
what? No, listen.
Don't worry,
I
Scott
don't
Ward.
want anybody. Like
No
when
one
I started
knows.
here. I don't want anyone to really. But I don't want the higher ups to know my name.
They won't. They'll
Right.
know my name maybe, but
I just want one day they're gonna be like, who the fuck is Jeff Bezos? That's, you know what I mean? Because one day they're just gonna be like, the branch is gonna be fucking this big, and they're gonna make.
yeah.
I never heard of that guy before. Wow,
Yeah, under the radar. Yeah,
Right?
I hear you.
under the radar. So yeah, I think that's. I don't know. I can't think of another angle, but that's the only angle, right? If I had more leeway, right? Dude, you understand what it's like to take money out of my bank account and then give it to you? It's weird. It's weird. Even you said it. Is this charity? It's weird.
Telling you, man, I'm happy when I don't have to think about money. I don't have to ask about money. Just, it's a unspoken thing. So it's the best if
listen to
Edward
me.
Jones can do
I
this.
had an unspoken thing with my FA.
At Gundy?
Yeah. Right? He didn't have to take money out of his pocket.
So when he bonused you, did he manually have to do it, or was it like automatic?
He did automatic 1% of gross every month.
There you go. I bet
And I
you
was
two
like-
never talked about it either, did you? Like once it was set up.
Well, first of all, realize that for the first 3 years, I didn't say peep.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm talking about like the last 5 years.
I was smart in, I had a 5 and a 10-year plan.
Yeah.
Right. My 5-year was to become an FA. Right. So the first 5 years, I thought that's fine. I'm gonna live on fucking KD, but I'm gonna learn everything about these guys. I'm gonna learn what they do, what I like about what they do, what I don't like about what they do, and then I'm gonna become my own FA and steal all their pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But then, because I'm a fucking softie, I really started to like them, one of them. Right? Because he would fucking give me the time of day. Right?
Okay.
Other guys didn't give a fucking shit about me. So Mike actually gave me the time of day. Right?
Okay.
He'd take me for lunch, every time he went away, he'd come back with fucking, he thought about me outside the office, right? And I was like, that's great. I'm a person to him, not just a fucking secretary. So after the first 5 years or whatever it was, I said to Mike, I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready. I think I want to do this. He goes, yeah. He goes, Rob, you know what? Why don't we ask the branch manager if we can set up a joint FA code?
Mm-hmm.
So that you can continue helping me with my plans.
And build
As
your
you pick up new clients,
Yeah.
you can put them into the joint code with me.
Mm-hmm.
And once that joint code gets up to a certain size that it's manageable for one FA, I'll give it to you. That's what he said. I was like, fuck, how awesome is that?
No, it's
Tell me
proper.
that's not. If I said to you, Victor, let's fucking get this to 100 million, and then I'm going to give you 30 million, and you're going to have the office next door. That's what he said to me.
That's pretty good.
Right? I was like, fuck yeah. There you go.
Was
That's
that-
my 10-year plan, all in one shot.
Yeah.
I said, that's awesome. We took it to the branch manager.
They said no.
No fucking way.
So then you were like, okay, later.
Right? But my problem is that I had Mike, who was the FA, who was willing to do this for me, but I had the branch manager, who didn't give a fucking shit about me.
Right.
Because I was just another guy to him. And he's like, you want to be an FA? Then just go be an FA. I go, yeah, but I don't want to fail.
Yeah, I don't want to fail though.
I got a fucking...
Buddy, I can't just give a shit. He's laughing.
Dude, I got fucking $800 a month rent. I got this, I got that. If I fucking go to a commission-based thing, I'm going to lose my apartment.
Right?
Are you kidding me? I can't afford to do that. I go, and besides, it's no skin off your back. It's Mike that's willing to do this, not you. He goes, fuck that. I don't want the hassle of having to fucking deal with an extra FA code in the office.
God, who was this branch manager?
Charles Cussy,
Old
Right.
guy?
Reiner Zim's friend
Reiner Zim's friend?
from university.
Was
That's
your
why
branch...
Reiner Zim opened up an account with me. Because he heard this story and he goes, fuck, I hate that asshole. I remember him. I got an account. I'm going to move it over to you.
That's jokes.
So anyways, Mike's, we tried, couldn't do anything. And
Okay.
then he's like, he goes, then the only other thing I can do, Rob, is, let's see how the commission continues to go. Let's look at the money that comes in. When you're ready to leave, we can the clients that you brought in and like you can take with you. I won't hold them back.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's why a bunch of clients from Wigan moved over with me in the first year. You know, Canduth, Cook, Redgate.
All right, and then he set up the bonuses automatically.
So that was my 5 year. I was like, listen. He goes, I can't do it. He goes, but you know, what I will do is so that you can get a piece of the game is that I'm going to give you, 1% of gross every month.
Yeah.
Right. And we were doing like fucking anywhere from 20 to 50,000. So it's $200 to $500 monthly bonus.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
And I knew that like if I made 80,000, it's $800 bonus. If I did 100,000,
Yeah.
fucking $1,000.
Yeah.
Right?
Get you get the math. Yeah.
You know the math, but I'm thinking, right? Well, how do I get to $100? Like, you gotta bring money,
Yeah.
right?
So
So it completely aligned us. So what he wanted, I wanted. Right now, the way Edward Jones has it is what the FAs want, the BOAs don't really want. Where's their incentive to work harder? That's your best argument.
business model argument. That's what it is. It's the business model argument.
Yeah.
So what happened with Mike? You still hang out or what?
Mike, he's still there.
Right there?
Oh no, no, this is my first job at Wigundy. I got fired, and I got another job downtown. Well, I got let go.
Right, the whole trading thing.
No. Before that, I was a trader
Oh.
on the Toronto Stock Exchange.
Why'd you get fired there then?
Just let go.
Oh.
The FAs I was working for weren't making money. And they're like, Rob, sorry, we gotta let you go.
So next to CIBCFA.
First in, first out. You know how it goes. You're the last
Yeah.
assistant in the office to get hired.
First to go.
We gotta cut costs. We can't afford to keep you here. These guys are not making any money.
Yeah.
Okay. So I ran downtown to the first available
Posting.
posting I had, and I got lucky. It was Mike, right? And he hired me in a snap.
So is Mike doing well?
Yeah, fuck. Yeah,
Alright.
he is. So what else do you need? What else can we do there?
No, I mean, it's all there. It's just I gotta think how to word it.
Okay. Fuck. I have to leave here in fucking 3 minutes.
Where are you going?
I've got an appointment with a couple of friends that are in town that I haven't seen in years.
Okay.
So we're gonna go fucking do it up.
Alright, enjoy. You can stay in late too, because Helen canceled it tomorrow. We're all rescheduled.
Right.
So you don't have that 11 a.m. anymore.
Yeah. So the only thing is Lori. She's all over me.
I already caught that money come in.
Yeah, I see it. It's great. And I've done it.
And then you want to put some of it into the TFSA and then the rest into the AGF, right?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. You did it backwards, dude. You did it backwards.
Don't worry, I got it.
Go do it now, please.
Okay.
That's detail.
It's one of those things. I called home office too, and I showed them the screen. I was like, did I do this right? Because I got an error saying it's going to be putting it in debit. And they still think it was correct.
Oh, you called that?
I even called that to double check, yeah. Because I got the error, right? It's going to be in debit.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Call them and get them to fucking...
Yeah, it's just, you know what it is.
Don't even put a fucking ticket in.
No, I never put tickets. No, I got that to do. It's already clear. You want? Yeah. And then the rest into elements. Yeah.
help office. Enter the extension number. Please hold while your call is connected to branch services. This call may be monitored or recorded for training or quality purposes. Your position in line is 4. At this time, all service representatives are busy assisting other callers. Your call is important to us. Please stay on the line, and your call will be answered by the next available representative. At this time, all service representatives are busy assisting other callers. Your call is important to us. Please stay on the line, and your call will be answered by the next available representative. Branch services, ma'am, speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Victor at 89845. How's it going? Good. Could you type in this account number? It's 204-715-48. We're looking at an internal transfer between the cash account and income account. You'll see that there's about $3,600 plus some change that was moved from the cash into the income. That needs to be reversed. It was supposed to go the other way. Isn't it something you can do over the system right now? Yeah. The same account, just on the income side. Mm-hmm. Okay, can I just... Does the disbursement have a pound number? Because here's my issue, is when I did this internal transfer in the morning, I got an error saying that it will be in debit. And they said that this error, just, ignore it. And they even mirrored my screen about the cars. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know who I spoke to. Yeah, and I showed that TNT Cars transaction screen that showed me the error saying it's gonna turn out like it did, like I was worried. And they said, no, I see what you're trying to do, it's correct, just ignore the error. Yeah.
Okay, appreciate that.